route running and releases, probably, in the football field.
Is that something you've focused on and emphasized, or is that something you feel has come naturally with the reps?
Definitely got to focus on it and work hard for sure. Like every day, details matter. Everything Coach Gaddis tells us.
What's it like having him as your position coach and him calling plays?
It's hard, definitely. No days off, no reps off. That's what we focus on.
Were you expecting that pass, and were you surprised how wide open you were?
I was not surprised about how open I was because that was like the design of the play. So I was definitely like expecting the ball in that play. That was specifically the play call.
How did you feel when you scored that touchdown?
I wasn't really thinking about like anything in a weird way. Like I was thinking about like the rivalry or like people watching. I was just focusing like literally catching the ball.
What was your reaction when a play like that that's kind of designed to get you open down the sideline is called with, about a minute left in the rivalry game with already such a big lead?
I was just like, now's my opportunity to. I knew what I was doing, practiced it so many times and everything. So it's just now's my opportunity and just gotta focus.
Your name came up in fall camp pretty early. How long do you think it took you for the adjustment period here in college?
What do you mean by that
How
question?
long do you think it took you to adjust to the style college game?
I mean, it takes a while to get adjusted, I guess, because obviously like way different from high school.
Right.
But one thing I'd probably say the biggest difference from high school to college for me so far would be the time in between, like when you're playing literally on the field, because it's like the games are way shorter and everything in high school. And from college, you can be sitting on the sideline for like 15, 20 minutes before you even step on the field. So that's probably one of the biggest adjustments.
So how do you stay focused in those long, periods of time?
You just gotta lock into the game, and on the sideline we have Coach Roundtree and Coach Gaddis updating us and giving us like details and tips. So that's how we focus and stay locked in most of the time.
What stands out to you most about your fellow freshman pass catchers, whether it's Giles, Mikey, even Eric?
Those guys, like having them, it really helps because they're right there with you. I mean, obviously everyone else on the team is too, but those guys are in your class. You're going to classes with them. You have like study hall with them and everything, and just being that much closer with them, it's even more like of a hype feeling when like you can see your brother out there doing well. That helps.
Ronnie said you've been one of the guys picking on him a little bit for not having a touchdown this year.
Oh, yeah.
Is he easy target?
It was just funny because like technically I got more touchdowns than him, but like obviously he's like the most yards catches on the team. So I'm happy for Ronnie, and he's gonna keep on pushing, and he'll get tons of touchdowns, I'm sure. Yeah.
Is it sort of fun?
Yeah, it was just we were just like messing around, and joking. Thought that was funny. It was like my fourth catch.
Pretty good conversion rate.
Yeah, like ever. But it's hopefully it's not gonna be my last. I know it won't be my last, and just gotta keep on working hard.
What can you learn from his game, from Ronnie?
Ronnie, he's a grinder, I feel like, and if you look at Ronnie's game, you're never gonna outwork him. I feel like he's like very, very focused. That's what I take away from him. And I try to like emulate that from him when I see him.
Is that in practice? I mean, is he? What
Yeah,
kind of work
practice
does he
and
do?
games.
In
Practice and games
also?
for sure. Yeah.
What's he doing? That's that extra work that you're talking about.
I just mean like finishing the play. Like he'll catch a pass and run down the field for like 20 yards, 30 yards, even in practice. And you can see that pays off in his run after the catch in the games. So that's important to me.
You got a couple rivalry games now under your belt. What was your takeaways, especially from this last one? Was it what you expected? Any expectations that you had going in that maybe paid off or didn't?
For me, I looked at this game. It's Michigan State, obviously, but I looked at this game the same way I did every other game. Honestly, it's a game, and you got to come out and be ready and be focused every game. Whether you're playing Middle Tennessee State, Army, Wisconsin, whoever fourth game was, fifth game, it's the same. Like you just got to come out and focus and bring the same energy. I'm sure our coaches would say the same thing, like about that.
Was it any different to you on the field, or did it feel any different to you on the field? Like maybe not in terms of like your route running, but just or anything like that, but just in what they were bringing to you.
I guess a little bit. Like I noticed that the game was a little more like chippy. Like people were getting their tempers flared up a little more than usual. So that's probably what I noticed mostly. Like, on the field.
What led to your guys' success in the screen passing game on Saturday?
What led to our success in screens?
Yeah.
I think it was just a good game plan by coach. That's really what I'd say.
What was your, I guess, first contact with Josh after he got hired?
After he got hired.
Yeah.
With Josh, I didn't actually see him until I came up for the spring game in April. Is that what you mean? Like when I
Yeah, like I guess
saw
the
him
first time you talked to him and
Yeah,
got his
yeah.
message at the time.
Okay. Well, for me, it was different because he actually recruited me out of Alabama for a little bit. And then, so I knew him before that. And then once he came to Michigan, it was smooth. Like, I knew him right away, and we're cool.
Kind of coach is he?
What kind of coach? He's like very focused on details and execution, like any coach is.
Sorry if you've been asked this, but what were kind of your expectations for yourself coming into this season, knowing that you played at a position group that was really deep and a lot of talented players in your position?
Coming in, like what were my expectations when I first committed?
Yeah, did you feel like you would have a role this year, even with all the other talented kind of older players at your position?
Yeah, I mean, I was coming in. I was just focused on like me, like myself, rather than like what the role of everybody else is. I was focused on what what I can do to get better. Because if I'm getting better, then like that's all we can really ask for. I can get better. That's it.
Giles was saying that you guys as freshmen have talked a little bit about how you guys have a role now, but there's going to be a time sort of to pass the torch from those older guys. Is that something you've talked about throughout the season? Thought about?
Not really. I haven't really talked about it that much, but definitely like in the future, we'll keep on. We're gonna stay here. We'll keep on pushing. As we stay, we'll be champions. That's what they say. So me and Giles, we're coming for it. There's one more thing I want to say. Is like to the media in general. My name's Cornelius Johnson, not like CJ. Just to let you guys know, my name's Cornelius. Yeah.
Coaches have referred to you as CJ a couple times. So.
Yeah, they call me CJ a couple times. It's like a nickname, but like my name's Cornelius.
Cornelius?
My name's Cornelius.
Got it.
Cornelius, your team has 3 straight blowout wins, a couple pretty impressive ones over rivals. What do you think? Did anything change with this team? What do you think has been the key to that?
You mean like with our team?
Yeah, either mentality or anything like that.
Yeah, you could say the mentality. I think it's just the execution. We've just been playing better. Yeah, just been playing better.
That simple, huh?
Yeah, so that's it. Scoring more points, stopping them, everything.
Has anything changed in terms of, I guess, like what in particular is stressed within the offense, or has kind of been the same thing throughout?
It's been the same thing throughout. If you look back to August at what Coach Gaddis and Coach Harbaugh have been coaching us on, it's still the same. It remains consistent. Obviously, like week to week, the game plan changes and stuff you do change, and your performance changes. But that's remained consistent. Their passion for us and will to like execute and succeed.
All right, guys.